the significance of this match is not lost on the players, and it's certainly not lost on the public of West Yorkshire, because Leeds have travelled in their thousands to be here, and Huddersfield have got more than normal as well. It's a big prize, it's a big night, but we shall see whether Leeds Rhinos tonight will take 3 steps to heaven before the end of the season.
And it's not going to be easy against the Huddersfield side that is in absolute top form. They know the confidence has been building over the few weeks. Paul Anderson, the Giants coach, has made it quite clear in the media this week that perhaps a lot of the fans in rugby league from other clubs are somewhat disrespectful about Huddersfield's rise up to the table. Well, tonight is the chance for them to keep quiet to all those doubters in regards that they always seem to fail when it comes to the crunch time. And there's no bigger crunch game than tonight. They know that. Opportunity. Leeds, of course, Brian McDermott has been very, very smart. He's realised that the 2 old stages, Kylie Lulawai and Jamie Peacock, they've been struggling over the past couple of weeks. They've been running out of fuel, and it's a great decision to put them on the bench so that he can utilise them in 15-minute sections. That could be the turning point, and it's a big night for this fella, Robert Hicks, the official, because this is going to be rough and tough. And listen to that crowd. It's a long time since I've been in this stadium where the noise has been like this.
Yes, everyone's up for it, there's no doubt. Look at those Leeds supporters massing behind those posts at the far end. A win would send the Giants into next week's semi-finals with the best one of the 4 grand final hopefuls. 4 encounters in the last 2 years have produced 2 draws here, and a 2-point win for Huddersfield and a 4-point win for Leeds at Headingley. This should be close, and Jack Hughes has hold of the ball, but look at the chase from the kick-off by the Leeds Rhinos. You know, this is all the makings, this tonight. This is all the build-up, this is all the noise, the excitement of a semi-final itself.
Yeah, and they know it, the players realise it. No, Huddersfield looked a little bit nervous there from the kick-off. Cannot afford to allow that ball to bounce. It could have gone anywhere. They're looking to get away with it. They're kicking early, the tactics. Obviously that they want to try to pressurise Leeds, and that is a good chase.
It is a good chase, and Zach Hardacre, one of the 2 Man of Steel nominees that we've got on the field here tonight, along with Adam Cuthbertson. He takes control of that. Here's someone who was left out of the vote, Callum Watkins, to the surprise of many after his performances earlier this season. Sinfield to Maguire, Leeds moving it wide early. This now Joel Moon. Joel Moon trying to go inside. Leroy Cudjoe and Jamie Ellis brought to ground. Burrow at dummy half. Here is Cuthbertson looking to get one of those trademark offloads away. He can't do so. 4 tackles gone. Burrow again comes down the short side to Maguire, and Moon runs into an ambush that is called McGilvery.
He's got the ball. Well, what a season this guy's having. Jermaine McGilvery not only putting the big hit, but also pinched the ball. That's the type of play that you need.
Eddie, he's been the standout winger. Not only can he score tries, he can also defend like that. There's not many wingers that can come up with plays like that. And also some of the tries he scores, they're not the most flamboyant. He takes some real guts and determination to score some of the ones that we've seen this year.
Good offload you saw there from Brett Ferris. He got it away to Danny Brough, and he found on this right-hand side Jack Hughes. Hughes will play the ball just inside his own half of the field. And Kopchak will take it forward here for the Huddersfield Giants up to halfway. Last tackle coming up for Huddersfield. Robinson skims the ball into the arms of Brough, and Brough over the top and wide finds Wardle. And Giants running this. Murphy down the line. It's a foot race. Hardacre's after it. Ricks is there. Hardacre in trouble. Hardacre trapped in goal.
Just what the doctor ordered for this man, Paul Anderson. Wonderful. It looked for all the world that Danny Brough was going to put that ball into the corner. It was Aaron Murphy that actually got the boot to it late on. And look at the chase there. That is sensational. That is what pleases the coach. Good kick, good chase, and know that they're going to get the ball back.
I think it's a confident start from Huddersfield. We saw a good offload from Brett Ferris. They're not going to play nervously here against the Leeds Rhinos, the side who've got all the experience. You know, we've said that they've lost before in big games, and you said, Mike, before the match, they need to silence the critics. Well, to do that, they need to earn respect of all the teams in this league, and winning here tonight would do it.
Hubie will take it forward for the Giants into the Leeds 20-metre zone. And he makes a quick play the ball, and he finds Robinson. And here now it's Cudjoe, and Cudjoe throws the ball wildly to Hubie. This is a free play. Abbott's after it. Oh, there's a bit of a push and shove with Robinson.
Should be a penalty, surely.
They bring it back for the first offence, which was the knock-on by Huddersfield.
Not so sure it was.
Well, that was a great defence. Just a bit of an offload there. Real meal of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hubie just couldn't bend down to it. They took the chance. Wasn't the best pass. Perhaps he should have got it. Either way, it was Carl Ablett that got through, but it was definitely obstructed there. Surprised me, perhaps, Stuart, that was not a penalty.
I don't think he got a good view of it. There was certainly a pullback on Ablett. But Leeds have got possession. Probably should have been further upfield, but you know, at least they're in possession.
Well, 12 months ago, St Helens, you may remember, came here knowing a win would give them the League Leaders' Shield. Huddersfield won 17-16. Castleford lost in Perpignan the following day, and St Helens won the League Leaders' Shield after all. But there'll be no 24-hour delay this year, because Wigan are playing Castleford at the DW Stadium. If Leeds win here, it belongs to Leeds. Wigan win there, and Leeds lose here, it belongs to Wigan. Huddersfield are also very much in the mix as well. It's going to one of three clubs by the end of business here tonight.
Unbelievable. Look at that man in the dummy half position, Rob Burrow. Coach Brian McDermott would very, very be happy with the fact that he's recovered from that injury at Wembley.
Yeah, he's the main man, Jermaine McGilvray, but they know the danger that he poses. 0-0 here at the John Smith Stadium, 5 minutes gone. And Huddersfield in possession with Robinson.
That's good refereeing by Robert Hicks. Okay, there's a little bit of a pushing and shoving to the play the ball area, but he's allowing the players to get on with it, and that's out on the full. That's a big error.
Jamie Ellis with a long kick, looking for a 40-20, holds his hand up, knows it's a big mistake this.
Yeah, it just came off the side of the right boot. The idea was good.
I thought last night that they were kicking early, St Helens, whether it be John Wilkin or whether it be Walsh. Jamie Ellis has kicked on the third play. They're challenging the Leeds forwards, who they weren't very good last week. They played against Castleford, and this is where Leeds really need to step up. I think that they're going to be challenged up from the centre field today. Leeds need to be strong.
It's Callum Watkins who has it 10 metres inside the Huddersfield half of the field. Garbutt will trundle it forward a few more metres. Burrow waits the dummy half and will bring it into centre field, where he'll find Sinfield, Maguire, then to Watkins, quick hands, Moon goes around McGilvray, then cuts inside. Good work from Joel Moon.
Yeah, it's elusive, isn't he, Joel Moon? Nice step off the left boot.
Here's Cuthbertson. He was sought out by Ukumatai, and they clamp the ball to him. They make sure he doesn't get the offload away. Burrow finds Sinfield. Sinfield's a Stevie Ward. Watkins, Hardacre flings the pass out, and it finds its way over the whitewash on that far side. No chance at all for Tom Briscoe.
Well, a little bit of panic from the fullback, Hardacre. Not the best. You could see he was just flipping forward. No chance for Tom Briscoe to go through there. Well, there's so many experienced players out there at international level, but it still gets to a nervous point. So important, they know it.
Wigan have taken an early lead against Castleford at the DW Stadium. Good hands across the line. Bowen gets it wide. And there is Don Manfredi. He's back as Manfredi, and he scored the first try for Wigan. They're ahead 4-0. Here at Huddersfield, it's 0-0. And the conversion's been missed. So it's 4-0 at Wigan to the Warriors against the Castleford Tigers, and 0-0 here, Huddersfield against Leeds. We've had 7 minutes of this final match of the Super 8s.
Well, we're just seeing some good defence there from the loose forward from Leeds, Brad Singleton. Big responsibility on his shoulders tonight. That's the problem they've had, the Rhinos, over the past couple of weeks, is that their defence, especially in and around the ruck area. And they've got to improve on that, but they've shown pretty well tonight so far.
Ellis to his feet, plays the ball to Akumatai. Inside the 40 is Danny Brough, but it's right down the middle of the pitch, underneath their own posts. Zach Hardacre and Tom Briscoe Hardaker picks it up, gives the ball to Briscoe, and he is trapped by Jack Hughes, Leroy Cudjoe and Robinson.
It's the one thing that Paul Anderson has really worked on this season, is the kicking chase.
Oh, offside Huddersfield.
A little bit. No, he can't take the quick one. Robert Hicks, the official, is not going to fall for that. You can see that I think it was Hubie that just got off the mark. Won't be happy with that. You know, there are times when just a little glance at the official helps. You can see there that Craig Hubie just lost it completely.
Leeds won't be unhappy about being here. They've had some triumphs in cup competitions, in one-off games, which is basically what this is tonight in the past, Leeds. And they come here with their tails up, having won the Challenge Cup, of course, but in Super League, 3 defeats behind them. They know that they have to play well tonight to put a marker down themselves for what's to come in the next fortnight or so. Cuthbertson.
Great tackle from Luke Robinson on the big fella.
Maguire spreads it wide and finds Joel Moon. He almost got inside Cudjoe. He just snaked the right arm out and pulled him back. Ryan Hall picked up on the half volley by Sinfield. Sinfield then, he finds his way to Ward, and Ward gets Leeds off to a flyer. Stevie Ward for the Leeds Rhinos. Try in a 12-all draw here last year. Outstanding in the home win against Huddersfield in February. And he said on Sky Sports News this week the Rhinos would bounce back in this match tonight after their 3 defeats in a row. He's given them a great start.
Good positional play by the pro forward Cuthbertson and Garbutt. And the wonderful pass. Sinfield at the heart of it again. Watch out, the second row of Stevie Ward just comes on the angle. He doesn't come straight. It confuses the defence. Watch for Sinfield. Gets it on the half volley. Look how it just came in. Great step. What a start for the Rhinos.
And what a start for Stevie Ward. 5th try of the campaign. He missed the draw between the two sides in April. Back in the second row here tonight.
That's deep.
Well, Kevin Sinfield, whose pass produced the try, will now try and add the extra 2. This should be purely academic for this fellow. And Sinfield obliges. Ball goes over the top of the crossbar, and the Leeds Rhinos are ahead by 6 points to 0. It's 8-0 now at the DW Stadium. Oliver Gildart there with a hack forward, and Junior Morse couldn't pick it up. He was obviously in an offside position. Here come Wigan then, and it's Matty Bowen. And Matty Bowen, who was rooted to the ground last week when he had his pocket picked by Josh Jones, has dotted down, and Wigan are ahead 8-0 there. Leeds are 6-0 up here. And there's a mistake from the kick-off from the Rhinos. It's all going on.
Well, Huddersfield were desperately in need of this, you know, from Zach Hardaker's kick-off to start the match 10 minutes ago. So much of the game had been played in Huddersfield's half of the field, but instantly here now, the game could change the momentum because the Giants have struggled to get down close to Leeds' line. We get to see with Ferris and co just how good Huddersfield can be about getting across the line. The attack has been brilliant this year, been balanced, and there's several players offer a threat. They need one of them down to put the nose through it.
So Huddersfield with a chance to strike back immediately. Oh, and Brett Ferris wanted to get on with it quickly, and he couldn't. This is Robinson trying to burrow his way underneath the big defenders, and Singleton got to him. Brough is waiting, and Brough fires the pass to Kopchak through his legs. A wild fly hack with a kick. Here is Cudjoe. McGilvray! He'll put this one upstairs. I thought he might, Robert Hicks. No try on the field. No try on the field. Does that mean there's a knock-on or an obstruction in the centre of the play?
It's a knock-on they're looking for. It was called by the touch judge at the time. And Robert Hicks decided to run with it and has decided to put it through as no try. I think it could have took that on the field, because I actually think that's gone backwards through his legs. It's a knock-on, so it's all about the direction of the ball after it touches Kopchak, and I think that goes backwards.
That goes backwards, Stuart, without a doubt.
It's not like a forward pass where you have to try and decide whether there's momentum. It clearly goes backwards from the point where he plays it. So I think this should be play on. and going through to the in-goal area. Now again, we've got this situation where there's two video referees who've got to decide whether there's enough evidence to overrule the referee's on-field decision of try. I think that clearly goes backwards from that position. It may well be that the video referees are thinking the same, because we're looking to see what happens. I don't think there's any problem with the grounding. I think we'll have the try confirmed.
Well, having another look at the grounding from Jermaine McGilvray, this looks like it's number 27 of the season for him, and I think the Giants are back in business, courtesy of the game's top try scorer. Yes, they are!
And what an error from the kickoff. Leeds took the advantage. The try from Stevie Ward, and from the kickoff, Ryan Hall made a real meal of this. It surprised me that the experience from Maguire did not say, "That's my ball." If you're looking towards the ball coming to you, it's easy. You can see that Ryan Hall was on a disadvantage, and this man, Jermaine McGilvray, is just absolutely playing out of his skin. What a finisher!
Yes, tremendous try again from Jermaine McGilvray. This is his 45th consecutive appearance. The conversion is good as well from Danny Brough. We're all square at Huddersfield. 6 apiece.
Well, the two most significant things about the game so far have been the two kickoffs on both sides. The first one that began the game from Zach Hardaker was difficult and awkward for Huddersfield to cope with. And like the number of good players who can't take the kicks must imply that they're more difficult than what it looks on television. This one's high and hanging in the air, but Griggs just about copes with it.
Yeah, but it's easier when you're running towards the ball rather than Ryan Hall, who was running sideways to it. Either way, it's come up trumps for the home side. It is game on.
Eddie, what you must say about this Huddersfield side, they know how to win games. They've only lost 3 in the last 19 games. And when you look at them, they've got so many leaders, there's so many big players. Good sides respond after conceding a try, and Huddersfield are a good side.
The Leeds Rhinos shattered Huddersfield Wembley hopes with a 48-16 win at Headingley in May. The Giants bemused as to how they conceded so many points that day. They've only conceded in Super League 35 points once. That was in a 35-34 defeat at St Helens. So they have a score to settle with the Leeds Rhinos here tonight. They're back on terms after suffering the shock of an early score. And, well, it does have all the intensity of a semi-final, doesn't it?
Does it ever? No, we expected it, and you do. It's as simple as that. But it was a great start from Leeds, and as I say, in this tension-filled game, you can't afford to come up with an error like that, as Ryan Hall did.
Cuthbertson got the ball away to Hall. That bounced off the chest of Peacock and went backwards. Maguire's pass to Stevie Ward.
This should be a high bomb, surely.
Last one here. It's with Sinfield. Up it goes, off the boot. Spinning everywhere, this. Oh, Griggs does well. And so too does Watkins and Briscoe. They waited for him to hit the ground. Bam! Right to the ground.
Yeah, they kept the cool.
Well, that seems interesting, bringing Jamie Peacock on so early. Maybe they need a bit of leadership, a bit of go forward from the Rhinos.
I think it's Mitch Garbutt who's been replaced.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good job that Adam Cuthbertson got there, because it was a lovely step by Jamie Ellis. And look at the momentum that the Giants have got. They want to try to Ward. Could have been penalised. Hung on, but then.
Oh, that's offside, isn't it? He's offside. Is Brad Singleton. He had to react. The ball came straight to him off the charge down.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to hold a board meeting, Eddie. He just made sure. Remember, I got the impression that when McGilvray scored that equaling try, that Leeds switched off when Kopchak looked as though he knocked on, and they seemed to appear to stop as far as I'm concerned.
Well, here come Huddersfield. They're inside the 20-metre zone again with that man Kopchak. 14 times Kopchak is a Welsh international. He finds Danny Brough. And Danny Brough goes down 10 metres away from the Leeds line. Robinson. Gives it then to Craig Hubie. Hubie round the corner. Oh, and off the back of the hand of Grix and the beg pardon, Ferris. He manages to hang on to it.
Yeah, did well. He just put the shoulder and made sure that Rob Barrow couldn't get near it. It looked as though the little hooker was going to drop on it.
All the way, Jamie.
And Brough, they know the danger that he poses. Ward and Watkins in very quickly. Sinfield just lending a bit of weight.
Got to have a little dribble. It's not the best pass. It's a shocker. They've got to get the kick away, otherwise it's a turnover. They're going backwards. It's his panic.
Oh, it's a knock-on. It's a knock-on. That hasn't worked out for Huddersfield. It's worked out perfectly for Leeds.
You trace that back to the pass from behind the play of the ball. If that's not right, everything falls down behind it, and every single player, Luke Robinson picks it up. He doesn't find the man. From then, any chance to attack or score, build any pressure on the opponents is lost.
You know, you've got to give them credit, Leeds Rhinos, though, for that defence. They hurried Huddersfield, yet the first pass was poor, but then Leeds got off the line and really put pressure on the Giants.
It's now Huddersfield's turn to put pressure on Ryan Hall.
And they're good tactics as well from Brian McDermott. He realises that, you know, the forwards, especially this fella, is running out of fuel. It's been a long, hard season for him. That's why they started on the bench. And you've got to understand that a lot of those three quarters, especially like the likes of Ryan Hall, has got to take a lot of responsibility of taking and carting that ball upfield.
Good hands again, Hardacre. Oh, knock on Lulawai.
Well, there are times when you just get a little bit too fancy. You could see that Lulawai had overrun it.
You know, throwing lots of passes have been successful for Leeds this year, and it's clear in the opening quarter that they've gone back to the principle that's made them the best side up till this point. They've thrown lots of ball, their outside backs have been given an early ball, and they've tested Huddersfield across the full width of the field. But the test of that skill then, not quite good enough.
Well, Huddersfield lost their first Super 8 game rather at Wigan, 30 points to 22. They've won 5 in a row though since. They look hell-bent on getting to Old Trafford and the grand final for the very first time in 2015. They certainly have the talent. Have they got the will? Have they got the wit to get there? Can they silence those doubters who say that they just fall and fail on the big stage? We shall see. Brough.
That's good defence by Leeds. You classify it as what you call the umbrella defence. They're coming out wide. Try to close you and put you down the middle. Good run from Ferris.
Yes, very good run from Ferris. They'll be delighted to see him back in the side, having missed the last 7. He's only made 14 appearances all year. Here's Brough again. Now Ellis, who had to stretch for that. It's Jack Hughes, puts boot to ball. It bounces in front of Ryan Hall, and Hall will bring it back. Whoa, long looping pass. Finds Briscoe. Briscoe spins away from the first challenge, but can't get away from the next 2.
Oh, that was a huge gamble. Brian McDermott's heartbeat must have shot up by about 50. He looks tense.
He does look tense, but he knows his team are trying to get out of this slump that they've suffered since Wembley. They were brilliant at Wembley. There's only one team in it, but since then, the Super League has certainly bitten them a little bit. Here is Peacock. Off the bench. Gets that away to Sinfield. The referee says it went backwards, which it did, but that's the 5th tackle. Robinson and Maguire. High and long into the arms of Aaron Murphy.
And good position by the winger Murphy. Oh, that's a big hit as well. Maguire intended to get him. He wants to get on with it. Could have been penalised. Went to the second step. Giant fans, they want to try to inject a little bit of understanding in the official. Oh, that's great play. Back on the inside. Great work there. Callum Watkins.
Robinson with a little scamper now. Just gives it to Brough. He sees the gap. Oh, it's helter-skelter this, isn't it? It's been playing at the breakneck speed. It really is. Craig Hubie. Back he comes. Ellis.
Got to be a high bomb. First one to test Hardacre.
Well, it's with the kicker-in-chief. Brough, and up it goes. Up it goes. It's a belter too, right on the line. Cudjoe did well. Traps him in goal. Time that tackle to perfection.
And he can control again, can't he? The standoff, Danny Brough. It was always on the cards. Put the high bomb up. Keep your control, keep behind, don't panic, let him take it, and then slam him to the ground.
You know, the length of the kick was absolutely superb. I don't think he went for a spiral bomb. He was more determined on getting it landing 1 metre from the try line. Just this side, gives his team the ball again.
Hardacre drops out, gets it to halfway. Griggs is underneath it. Says to Okumatai, have a run at them, which he does, straight at Peacock. Cuthbertson's there as well, and Luluai. Okumatai goes down, the Tongan international. Robinson waits, so it looks like there's...
Has he lost it?
No, he hasn't. I thought there'd been a clash of heads there or something, but anyway, he picks himself up. Michael Lawrence. Robinson. Here's Hubie. Met that ball at pace. Hubie 8 metres away from the Leeds line. Robinson. Okumatai. Robinson gets the ball away to Brough.
Knock on.
I don't know whether Brett Ferris was intended to receive that or not.
I think he was, Eddie. It's just that it just came at a little bit too much pace. Definitely on. I knew they had Joe Wardle just out on the left-hand side, but the move that they've done over the last couple of seasons is that short but very fast hard ball. It tries to just kid the defence into thinking that it is going wide and he's going to be the dummy runner.
Okumatai and Jamie Peacock having a discussion, an exchange of views. Jamie's smiling.
Jamie's probably saying, hang on mate, I retired at the end of this.
Bowling. Wait.
Well, Okumatai's not bound properly at all, is he?
Out. Back on.
Ebert.
Crisco for Leeds.
I think we might see a bit more of that, Eddie.
Craig, hold here. Hold. Hold. Go. Markers are good.
There goes Burrow.
2 dominant. Stand now. Go.
Got a bit of a knock as well. It's unintentional there of Hubie. I think that
3.
he caught the knees, did Burrow.
Come on. Wait.
Cuthbertson to his feet, will play it to Burrow again. Drops it off to Peacock. And Peacock is forced back by the 3 Huddersfield defenders.
Wait. Go.
Sinfield. Maguire. And here comes Hardacre. Whoa, the ball comes out to Ablett somehow.
Went backwards, no doubt about it.
Come on.
Huddersfield doing a very, very good job there. Cudjoe did a good job keeping him down. Leeds trying to play the ball quicker.
Sinfield's kick has Aaron Murphy retreating, and he did well, did Murphy.
It really has improved, hasn't he, Aaron Murphy, especially this season, with his positional play. Reads the game exceptionally well.
Incredible that Huddersfield are in the position here tonight, really, when you think about it, to have a chance of winning this League Leaders' Shield. They lost their first 3 at the start of the year. They are in with a genuine chance of taking out the Shield. They also lost 3 in a row over Easter, but since then, as Terry's already said, they've lost only 3 times of 19, and they are the most consistent side of these Super 8s.
Well done, mate. Hold.
And we're coming up to 24 minutes on the watch, and it's all square between them and the Leeds Rhinos.
The switch from right to left, they tried it a couple of times now, but Leeds' defence has been pretty solid. That's a poor kick.
Straight into Ryan Hall's arms. Okumatai went for him, and Luke Robinson was the man left, and with a little bit of help from Ferris, he got to him. Hardacre again. Briscoe.
2. Move here. Come on. Make me wait. Time off tackle 2. Just see what happens if anything.
I think there's a clash on the back of his neck as he goes down in the tackle. I don't think there's anything deliberate in it. I just think he falls against Okumatai's leg just there.
Just generally, you've got to keep it.
Certainly felt it did Tom Briscoe there. There was no real intent, and you can see that his neck just gets
trapped almost.
Yeah, trapped on the inside.
It's too long a night for that.
Forget about the game. It's the attention that is needed to the player that's most important. I don't think I've ever seen Brian McDermott as nervous for a game. He knows how important it is.
Well, he knows they win this, and no matter what anybody else does, they are the league leaders going into the the semi-finals next week, and that would give them a home tie against St Helens. Paul Anderson's men, they can win here, they can beat Leeds, but if Wigan win at Castleford, and they are leading at the moment, well, Wigan will be crowned as the league leaders. So it's all up for grabs, and here are the 2 tries that we've seen at Wigan already. They both have gone to the Warriors. The first from Dom Manfredi here, and the second, a little payback from Matty Bowen, because he was the man who was rooted to the floor last week when Josh Jones scored the late try for St Helens that won the match.
That's not you, I know.
Well, again, Wigan have shown here, they threw in a lot of passes, starting their play within their own half of the field. And Bowen's showing great speed to go around Luke Dawn and score that try, giving them the lead.
Here Tom Briscoe is recovered and carries on. 10-0 at Wigan, here all square, Huddersfield and Leeds.
Well, after a frenetic start to this game, both sides have realised to just settle things down slightly. That's a great kick. That is a wonderful kick into the corner.
Here is Scott Cricks, who's got a lot of work to do.
That was great work by Sinfield. Not only the kick through, but first to address the full-back.
You know, all year we've talked about Callum Watkins and his amazing play in attack, what he does with the ball. But I think in this game it's been the best defensive effort he's made for a while. Not only the number of tackles he's made, but the quality and the effectiveness of them have certainly controlled Huddersfield on that far side of the field, at both ends.
Ferris takes it forward again for the Huddersfield Giants.
And you've got to look at both defences, Eddie, with the fact that very few clean breaks have come. Oh, he did
How
well
did he
taken.
hold on to that under pressure from Peacock? Craig Hubie, he's taken a bang as well.
Not surprised, he was leaning forward. Here's a kick.
From Danny Brough.
Not the best.
Briscoe collects it on the fly. It's like 2 heavyweight boxers, aren't they, at the moment, looking to land the knockout blow.
Do you know, Eddie, there's a lot of nerves. That's a brilliant take as well. Look at the pressure from Jamie Peacock. But both Huddersfield, Leeds know what's at stake. Wigan, playing at the DW Stadium, know that they've just got to perform and hope that Leeds slip up. So you're going to expect a couple of mistakes, expect a couple of tries to be conceded, but what you do want to do, or what you must do, is make sure that when you have the ball, you end your set well.
Rob Burrow with a little scamper forward.
And it's that type of run as well that can just confuse the defence, but also build the confidence. They've got the chance here. This is great. Oh, not the best pass. Ward has it now.
Yes, he turned it into something, Stevie Ward. Last tackle coming up here for the Leeds Rhinos. As Ward disentangled himself from Ferris. They go down the short side with Watkins. Here is Hardacre. Oh, hello. Good job the Cricks was there. Good positioning from the fullback. A little bit of brilliance from the Man of Steel candidate.
Yeah, good work by both fullbacks.
Huddersfield crowd on the back of Robert Hicks. They're pleading with him to blow for a penalty for offside at these play the balls. He's having a devil's own job in keeping Leeds back to 10. Oh, what a hit from Ward.
Do you know what, Eddie? They've upped the ante now. They're kicking it into the corner. They're getting off the line. They weren't doing that in the opening 15 minutes, the Rhinos. They were sitting back on the heels and letting the Giants run at them. The big forwards like Akumatai, Craig Kopchak having a field there. Not anymore.
Brilliant defensive set that was from Leeds, and Brough goes for the big kick downfield. And what a great kick it is. What a tremendous kick this is. The chase is a little laboured, but here they come now.
Boy, that takes a lot of pressure off you. He's just a master, isn't he, Danny Brough? Either on the long kick or even the short one, the dribble into the in-goal area is such a talent.
Let's keep you up to date with what's happening at the DW Stadium, and looks like Castleford have hit back in that match. Ollie Holmes looks for support. Luke Dawn, as he's done so often this year. Luke Dawn dots down. Kick to come there, 10-4.
Oh, that should be a penalty. He tried to milk it.
Burrows away. Scampering little run from Burrow. Cut down by Ferris's tackle.
Wanted to get over the quick play of the ball. He got on that short side. Here comes the high bomb.
Off the boot of Maguire. Griggs has knocked it forward. That's a penalty, isn't it? He's offside.
Well, it's a great advantage if you can put that spiral kick high. And that's what they did. He's been solid all night up until this moment. Maybe Aaron Murphy just got on his sight.
Is that allowed, Stuart, the Carl Ablett swipe across the top of his head?
Absolutely, as long as he doesn't interfere with the actual physical body of him. As he doesn't touch him.
Is Callum Watkins allowed to make contact with him as well?
Well, he's not supposed to make contact with him, but he's also challenging for the ball in that situation.
Castleton have converted that try, it's 10-6. So it's pretty tense tonight. Remember, if it stays a draw here again, and that's not unknown in the recent past, and Wigan win, Wigan will be the league leaders.
Keep your eye on Callum Watkins here.
This is Cuthbertson. He gives it to Maguire. Watkins. Important tackle on him by Ellison Hughes. Cuthbertson again. Bumps away from one. Will he get the offloader going? Yes, he will. Back to Peacock. Peacock somehow held on. Burrow. Luluai.
Scamper from Burrow.
10 metres away they are, Leeds. Into centre field it comes to Maguire. Here is Cuthbertson.
He tried to offload that play on.
And it's the play on, it's the free play. Oh! Was that high?
Sinfield said he got him on the collar. Luluai helping. Boy, there's some big hits going out there. You can see the Cuthbertson trying to get the arm free. Couldn't. But you'd think this was the grand final.
It's being played at some pace. It has been for over half an hour.
Well, this is the business end of the year, isn't it? This is what you need to perform. Go into the semi next week with a decent win behind you, because you never know. It could be meeting next week, you could be meeting in the final.
After 30 minutes then, coping with Briscoe, Hardaker and Hall is the biggest challenge that Huddersfield are going to face tonight here now. They've almost got through them on a couple of previous players. They've held Hardaker on the first one. Hall and Briscoe, the first three. If you can see that off, wow, you've done halfway to doing your job.
There's a problem there for Aaron Murphy. He got a bit of a knock. He just had a little bit of treatment out on that left-hand side. That's play on.
No, he shouted held.
Oh, he's got to play it.
He shouted held and the ball came out in the offload, so it's got to go back to Briscoe to play this ball to Burrow. Delaney will bring it forward. Delaney not named originally in the 19-man squad for Leeds, but he's on duty here tonight, along with Peacock. And it's the last tackle that Leeds are going to have here. So again, expect the kick, maybe? No, they're running it with Watkins. Watkins! And it's the zero tackle here, because that was a knock-on by Huddersfield.
Murphy got a hand to it, I feel.
More pressure then coming in at them from the Leeds Rhinos.
Danny Brough not happy. They gave a real mouthful to the touch judge on that far side.
Cuthbertson will tumble it down the middle. Michael Lawrence stands his ground. He gets the offload away to Rob Burrow. Burrow comes inside. An important challenge by Griggs.
Burrow is teasing them tonight.
Sinfield, flat pass. Hardaker, Watkins. Good tackle by Brough downstairs. Wardle upstairs. Back it comes again to Sinfield. Sinfield then gives it to Burrow. And Burrow goes down again under the challenge from Wardle. Hardaker, here's Peacock. And Peacock goes down. Here comes the last again for Leeds. Can Huddersfield deal with this one any better? Sinfield. Maguire dabs it to the in-goal area. Picked up by McGilvray.
He did well. Well, he's made a name in the latter part of this season for his prowess in attack. But his positional play there was outstanding. Saved the opportunity for a try, and now he's carting it up the field.
Well, Leeds have learned over the last decade what helps you to win big games, and it's defending, keeping your opponents compressed at this part of the field. Huddersfield now, for some period of time, have had a poor grip in this arm wrestle, a weaker grip. They'll have to reverse that, find the upper hand. I think points are going to be scored.
Short ball from Brough.
Interesting, Huddersfield on the last two possessions, they've gone early with a kick. They've waited till the last.
It's high, it's spiralling, but it's into the arms of Ryan Hall. He runs straight at Jamie Ellis, but Daniel Smith is there. Maguire, and here is Hardaker.
There's absolutely nothing in this game, is there?
Oh, there's a penalty.
Silly. And he knows it as well as Ferris. Tackle completed, and then Ferris just has a little push alongside with Robinson.
Well, he's just trying to buy a couple of seconds because Zach Hardaker landed on his front. He wasn't set marking Zach Hardaker, so it's going to be a quick play of the ball. That's why he gave that penalty away.
Only 3 penalties in the match so far, though.
He's handled it well as the referee, Robert Hicks.
The Huddersfield crowd are on his back, pleading for a penalty every time Huddersfield are in possession. They want a referee to ping them for offside if they play the ball. I don't think they are offside.
Will they utilise the dummy runners here?
Burrow. Maguire is tackled by Kopchak. Burrow again. Here is Cuthbertson. Looks to get the ball away with the right arm. They clamp it to him, they spin him round, and down he goes. Burrow again, 5 metres away from the line. Here is Maguire now. Maguire then to Sinfield. And Sinfield, nothing there for him, so he had to take the tackle. We've reached the 5th. Here comes the last then for the Rhinos.
Dribble
Back it
in,
comes to
dribble it
Maguire.
in.
Maguire with a kick out wide, looking for Ryan Hall, finding Ryan Hall. Good defence. McGilvray and Cudjoe. Ball spills.
That'll be
And it's the turnover.
Yeah. Great defence, and he knows it. He has to respect defence like that, even in your opposition coach. They really dug deep then, did the Giants. They had to. They were under a lot of pressure. Boy, they were pile driving in with the Rhinos.
Down he goes. Michael Lawrence gets to his feet, plays it to Robinson. Jack Hughes.
You know, when you get to 4 to 5 minutes from the half-time break, sometimes, you know, a few of the players just clock off
Nice
mentally.
offload. Daniel Smith to Robinson. Here's Hughes. Warrington bound 2016.
Would that have been a bit of a...
It was,
Yeah,
Mike.
it was. I thought it might have been a bit of a shepherd.
Do you know what, the referee gave him a bit of time then, because all he had to do then, Jack Hughes, because he run behind, he just has to give himself up. If he goes down on one knee, if he goes down there because he knew that he was obstruction, and the ref is exactly right there, Robert Hicks, just go down, there's no penalty then, and Leeds will go for 2 points here.
Yes, they've elected to take the kick. Meanwhile, at the DW Stadium, while we watch this Leeds penalty that's on the way, it's getting very, very interesting indeed. And Junior Moores goes through and scores a second. Castleford try, 10 apiece. Kick to come at the DW Stadium to give Castleford the lead against the Wigan Warriors.
Eddie,
And the kick has been successful. Castleford lead at Wigan. All square here at Huddersfield, 6 apiece. Kick to come, Leeds to go ahead if this goes over. The helicopter, maybe it's on its way to Huddersfield right now. It might have to divert to the DW Stadium in Wigan. It's up, it's running, and we'll find out before 10 o'clock tonight where that Leaders Shield will land.
It must be all over the Pennines, Eddie. The pilot.
They're zigzagging, Steve-O. Here is Sinfield. He gives Leeds the advantage just before half-time. 8-6 to the Rhinos.
Eddie, and I think any points that's on offer with a kicker like Kevin Sinfield or Danny Brough, they're going to go from. You look at the last 2 seasons, they've met 4 times, they've had 2 draws. Huddersfield have won by 2 points, Leeds have won by 4 points. Absolutely nothing in it.
Well, we expected it, and they have turned up trumps, haven't they? What a fight back, eh, by the Castleford Tigers.
Yes, they lead at Wigan. And considering what they have done over the past 3 or 4 weeks, the Castleford Tigers.
Two, Michael, move! Daniel Smith. Go, well done. 3, move, Michael! Here we are again.
It's a fantastic night for the First Utility Super League, the last Friday night of the Super 8s.
Go.
Yeah, the Tigers have been party poopers, haven't they? Oh boy, they've shocked everybody.
Move, that's left.
This has got to be a kick. Get it over the whitewash into that far corner.
Sinfield tries to do that, but it only goes into the arms of Griggs. There's still plenty of time. Oh, what a tackle by Watkins, helped out by Sinfield.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot of hard work as the skipper. Utilising that short blind side, get it right down into that corner. He was the first there for the defence.
Knock on by Michael Lawrence.
Well, Leeds, surely they'll rush to get the scrum form. They're a little bit slow to do that.
I think it's unfortunate there. I think there's a hand in there that knocks that ball out.
Well, Rob Burrow came flying in and said, hey, come on, let's set this scrum. Stop the clock.
Boys, let's go to the end of the half.
Oh, I think he's dropped it cold.
I think you'll find Carly Lulai's hand just knocks the ball out as he's getting up.
No done ones here. Work hard on it.
Little flick of the finger maybe.
Bowling. Out, back on.
Burrow finds Sinfield, so Leeds just less than a minute to increase this half-time lead. Hardacre goes down.
Hold here, Mike. Hold. Go.
Tom Briscoe, 40 metres away. Briscoe is eventually held, standing up, plays the ball to Burrow. Here is Sinfield. Sinfield then to Maguire. Maguire showed it to Lulawai, took the tackle. That's 3 gone.
Here we are. Scott Briggs.
Burrow. Burrow finds Cuthbertson. Cuthbertson drives it in under the sticks. 4 tackles gone. Burrow again. Peacock. Peacock is all wrapped up by 4 defenders. They've reached the last.
We haven't seen Burrow have a run. Will they go for the kick? They know it's seconds remaining.
Burrow finds Sinfield back. It comes to Maguire. Inventive stuff, but wonderful defence.
Magnificent. That's a half-time break. What a first stanza.
Great first half. Only edged by Kevin Sinfield's penalty goal 3 minutes from half-time. The travelling contingent from Leeds and the Huddersfield supporters making this a night to remember at the John Smith Stadium. Ward with the try for Leeds after 9 minutes. Sinfield added the extras 6-0. 3 minutes later, the game's top try scorer, Jermaine McGilvery, got over for the equalising try, and Brough added the conversion. It stayed like that for over half an hour. And then 3 minutes from the end, Sinfield's penalty goal. The boot of Sinfield separates the 2 sides. On Frantic Friday, Leeds are ahead at half-time. It is going right down to the wire underneath a full moon in Huddersfield, and it's going right down to the wire in Wigan as well. 12-10, the Castlewood Tigers lead there. We'll give a quick cheerio to Alistair Senior, by the way, tonight. He's a member of the Leeds Rugby Fans Forum. He's not been well for a while, but he's watching the game tonight on his newly acquired iPad, I'm told, in his bed at Pinderfields Hospital. All of your friends, Alistair from the Rhinos, sending you the very best wishes for a full recovery, and of course so too do we.
Yeah, get well soon, son. And I must say that Leeds have done a very, very good job in defence in just absolutely shutting down the quality of Danny Brough and Jamie Ellis. They really have been at the forefront of this Giants fight up to the top end of the table, but they've really been snuffed out, and I'm sure that Paul Anderson, their coach, would say they need a little bit more effort, give themselves a little bit more room to show their skill factor.
Sinfield with a high kick downfield, and underneath it is Scott Griggs, and Griggs will run this ball back as far as Brett Delaney, Callum Watkins.
And a great, good kick, good chase. You can see there that, again, that solid defence from Leeds, especially the 3 players both on the right and left-hand side. They go up ever so quickly. They're forcing Huddersfield into virtually one-out football.
And here goes Brett Ferris, who he looked to turn and maybe offload, but he couldn't. So Robinson takes it forward from the play the ball and finds Daniel Smith. And that's the last tackle coming up then for the Huddersfield Giants. Here is Brough. What magic has he got? Well, it was played at, and that's a knock on then by Callum Watkins.
Yeah, he got a hand to it there, Danny Brough. Well, he'll be relieved by that. Yeah. It really was, the pass really wasn't on, because you could see that Kevin Sinfield had put himself in between the receiver. Not about it, well spotted by the official Robert Hicks.
Well, he looks to run that, Steve-O, Danny Brough. He goes at the line, he goes at that man because of the brilliant run from Brett Ferris. Gets them on the front foot, they win the play the ball, and they've got another attacking set here.
Well, Jamie Ellis was nearly through. It's a good job that Adam Cuthbertson held on to him. Here now is Michael Lawrence. And the Giants are coming forward. They sniff something here at the start of this second half. With Robinson from dummy half, a scampering run into centre field. Daniel Smith is clobbered by Kylie Luluai.
Scott Griggs is setting up on this left-hand side.
They go right though. And here is Ellis. He was taken off his feet by the ferocity of the challenge from Peacock and Luluai. Robinson into centre field to Brough. Now they come to the left. Wardle. And Wardle, well, he's surrounded by Leeds jerseys.
Interesting, well, Danny Brough will put a high one.
And it's in behind the defence into the in-goal area. Maguire does well. Maguire does very well to get out of that.
Not only that, you can see how Maguire realising that he had to make sure he didn't stay on his feet, so they couldn't drag him in the in-goal area. He dropped his body like a stone into the water.
Well, those weren't the best 6 attacking players that Huddersfield have come up with this season. I think they'll be disappointed at the start of this half. The kick wasn't even that threatening at the end, although Maguire did deal with it well. I think Huddersfield need to raise the questions that they ask of Leeds if they want to score some points in the second half.
Interesting line about the two coaches, Paul Anderson and Brian McDermott. Anderson leading Brian McDermott 5-2 in the coaching stakes. 2 draws included as well. 9 coaching encounters that the two have had against each other. And of course, former colleagues in the old Bradford Bulls pack in the glory days at Odsal that might just be returning in 2016. We shall wait and see. Half-time news, Angela Powers.
Eddie, both teams have made observations about the ruck, really, from the Paul Anderson, from the Huddersfield coach. He wants to really speed it up, but doesn't feel the referee's allowing them to do that. He wants more quick ball. He says this team needs to be very composed in the second half because it really is a tight but a good game, he says. Brian McDermott echoed that, really. He said that both teams are solid around the ruck, but it's the team that cracks in that area might give the opposition too much room to move. He says it's a great contest, though. Not much, both teams not giving each other much, but it's going to go right down to the wire.
It's a try for Robinson, is it?
What on earth has he done? He cannot believe that. When you get a beautiful kick like that, they went early. You keep hold of the ball. He's come up with a boo-boo.
The pass was dipping in front of Hardacre from Hall, to be fair, Stuart. I think all they're looking for here is a possible knock-on by Robinson, aren't they?
It's the grounding, that's all they're looking for. And he has to ground it with the upper half of his body. He's certainly short there.
He's lost it, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, I don't think he touches it with his hands, but the important thing is he's grounded with his shorts, which is not classed as the
Touches the ball there.
No, he's touched the ball with his right hand. Unfortunately, if you're
Well, I'm not so
a
sure whether
Giants
he's
fan.
touched it.
Yeah, he's touched it there. You
The
can
ball
see.
stops.
Yes, I'll give you that one then. But just on the grounding there, he has to ground it with the upper part of his body, which is basically his shirt. He doesn't do that, but it's a knock-on.
Oh, the great escape for Leeds and for Luke Robinson. A glorious chance has just gone begging. But they do get head and feet at the scrum because of the original knock-on here by Hardacre.
Well, Ryan Hall just switched off. Simple as that. It often happens when you've just had 10-15 minutes in the dressing room.
Wardle on the charge for Huddersfield. Robinson scampering in again at dummy half. And he's going nowhere because Jamie Peacock saw to that. Robinson with the lowest centre of gravity on the field. He just couldn't get down to that ball quick enough. This now is Jack Hughes. Joel Moon all over the top. That should have been maybe a penalty. Hughes thinks so as well. Ellis, Michael Lawrence. Robinson again. Here's Ellis, now Brough. Brough stabs the kick in. Wardle, what a brilliant try-saving tackle and catch by Callum Watkins.
Unbelievable.
applause. And I think the applause is for the take by Watkins as much as for his own team's attack. And here is that man again. Great defence from Huddersfield.
Do you know, Eddie, that's just sheer desire, that absolute quality. You look at all the players coming in, celebrating this defensive effort. And you can see Aaron Murphy, well, he could have given a penalty away for dragging, but the three players that were in attendance, along with that man, Aaron Murphy, just pushed him over the sideline.
I know it's a hard decision, Stuart, but to be fair, Aaron Murphy was pulling the player, which is not allowed.
He's got in the dragging position right at the time he's going into touch. So if Robert Hicks calls held at that second, he's going to end up in there anyway.
It's hard to get out of that position because the men from inside are coming in and pushing you. It's hard to change your body angle, Steve, when you go backwards.
I'm not arguing with it. All I'm saying is that the rule states you cannot pull.
Yes.
And he was pulling.
They have been given penalties for that in the past, but not tonight. And now there's a penalty for a push and a shove by Carl Ablett.
This will be interesting. Does he go for the 2 or do they go for the corner?
Surely he's got to go for 2 points.
I'm with you on this, Des, and they are.
Well, Carl Ablett, he been given a testimonial year next year, and you can see the problem there, the push around the neck and the shoulder on Daniel Smith, and Paul Anderson immediately sent the message down, we'll take the 2. Now a draw, that's another permutation, a draw here and a win for Castleford. We'll try and find out now what that will mean. We've only been talking about wins all over the shop until this point.
Get the abacus out.
I think there's a lot more of things to happen both grounds before the end. It's level here.
This game could come down to composure. It means so much to these Huddersfield fans and that man, Paul Anderson. But when you've got someone who is as composed as Danny Brough, who leads his troops around the pitch, don't give penalties away, make sure we have some good field position, and this is anybody's game.
It is, and just let me clear it up, a draw here, a win for Castleford, Leeds are the league leaders, Shield winners in 2015. There are so many permutations.
And what if Wigan win?
If Wigan win and it's a draw, Wigan go top.
And what if the game's abandoned?
If the game's abandoned, we come back next week. Oh, here's a lovely ball from Ferris to Wardle. He has got support. Wardle!
Oh, should have passed.
What's he doing?
He should have passed.
It's play on though. This is Aaron Murphy. Oh, he's bringing it back for the knock on.
It's a knock on.
It's not a knock on.
There was a knock on there, but what on earth did
Passes
Wardle
it
do?
backwards, Mike.
This is where the knock-on's given here, I think, lads.
Yeah, he throws it backwards. Comes off the Leeds player's thigh, Briscoe's thigh, back to his own line.
I tell you what, it's a difficult one.
It's not a knock on.
He loses control.
Does he lose the ball forward, Stuart, it comes off his thigh?
I think that's what the referee's ruled, that it's actually gone forward. It's difficult to see on that angle.
Do you know
he was well behind play.
But why didn't Wardle pass? He had the man on the inside.
Well, Stewart's a referee. He can't tell you all about that. Wow.
I'm talking to Tez.
There's not many times you break Leeds Rhinos' defence. You'd have a man in support in the middle and you don't get that pass away. Maybe it's good play from Zach Hardaker as well. He was backing off, trying to buy a bit more time, which then puts pressure on Joe Wardle, but a missed opportunity surely.
Yeah, missed opportunity, that is for sure. This is what it is all about tonight, that league leaders shield. And a short time ago, Blake Solly, Ed Cam from the First Utility, the title sponsors, and the chairman of the game, Brian Barwick, set off in the helicopter. They're at Wigan against Castleford. They've left there. They're on the way over here as the ball goes high off the boot of Watkins and into the arms of Scott Griggs. So where will the whirligig arrive? Will it be here or will it stay at Wigan? It's hovering between the two towns, and it's still Castleford leading at Wigan. So at the moment, Leeds would win the league leaders shield. I think there's a little bit of water to run under the bridge. Just yet, Ferris is
Briscoe has got in between. Ferris, a beautiful offload. claim that he was impeded.
Good shot, Brett Ferris. Good play from Tom Briscoe as well.
Huddersfield are barreling in on these Leeds players.
They've got to be careful not to give away a penalty. Not only the players are getting excited, the referee could also do the same. It's a lack of concentration, holding down.
Maguire lays it off to Joel Moon. Moon gives it then to Hardacre. Hardacre gets the pass away off the fingertips of Moon and back a bit further. Ukumatai's after him. He offloads it to Cuthbertson. He steps away from Ukumatai. Brilliant pass to Brett Delaney. Down he goes under Hubie's challenge. What a match this is. What a last match of the Super 8s we're watching live. As up it goes off the boot of Maguire. Oh, it's allowed to bounce. It's off the post.
That's a penalty.
It's a penalty to Huddersfield.
Yeah, Jamie Peacock, he takes out Scott Griggs. He's questioning the referee, but you can just see he runs straight into him.
Yeah, no doubt in anybody's mind.
Hang on, what's happening at Wigan? Looks like there might be another score here for the Wigan Warriors. Manfredi gets a second. Manfredi gets a second, and so Wigan now hit the front, and here we have a penalty to Huddersfield.
Yeah, I will do, yeah. That's why I'm bringing him over, don't worry. I remember that.
Wigan now have one hand on the league leaders' shield. I can't cope with this.
Well, neither can I, and neither can the pilot on the helicopter. He's going across the Pennine.
He's left, right and centre, the poor old pilot.
Well, they must be counting sheep all over that area. This is amazing.
Well, Robert Hicks just had up all the Danny Brough and Zach Hardacre saying you've got to control your emotions. If you don't do that in this game, I'll deal with it.
Gee whiz, what a night to end this season of seasons.
And I'm with you, Eddie. There's going to be plenty of drama left in this game.
The converted try then, it's a 4-point lead to Wigan. Just let me repeat, stays a draw here, Wigan win the league leaders' shield. If they win their match. If the score stays they are now, Wigan win the league leaders' shield. I don't think they will somehow. I think we've got more drama on the way, because here comes Hubie. It's Robinson. Infield it comes to Danny Brough. Back from him to Scott Griggs. Tries to get away from Sinfield. Does so. Can't get away from Peacock.
Griggs came a little bit too early there. He should have just held back, run onto the ball from Brough.
Hubie for Huddersfield.
Robinson scamper. We haven't seen much of that tonight.
We're not in the 1-point territory yet, are we? No. Oh, that went back. Oh, it's a knock on. He's given a knock on. I think it's head and feet. Huddersfield it is.
Yes, Sinfield has been claimed.
And maybe it went back off him, and maybe it was the knock on coming here. Well,
that's a knock on.
That's a knock on by Ferris, isn't it, Stuart?
Yeah, he's
Certainly knocked out by Ferris.
He's got this wrong. Ferris has knocked it on. Oh,
The referee said that Sinfield has lost it forward into the Huddersfield man. That's how he's interpreted that. He's not asked for a video replay. He's made a decision. He's made it live, and the game goes on.
And the tension.
And Huddersfield will not be arguing.
Higher and higher.
Jack Hughes. I think by the looks of things, the people who've got hold of their nerves more than any of us are the players out there on the field at the moment. They're busting themselves. They are straining every sinew to win this league leaders' shield. This is Hubie.
Boy, this is a great effort if Leeds can keep them out. They have just been tightening the knot. As the Giants, surely they'll score within the next couple of minutes.
Robinson can't go anywhere. He's underneath Kevin Sinfield, who was alert to the danger. Griggs and Brough out wide, looking for the big man out wide, finding him, it's knocked back, picked up by Maguire and over the line by Hall. What's the referee got here? Head and feed to Huddersfield.
How on earth can the Rhinos keep them out? This will be amazing if they can do that.
That's backwards.
Yeah.
There's the knock on by Maguire.
Quite clear.
And there's the ball out anyway. That went backwards. There's the knock on.
Yeah, this is Huddersfield's ball, Eddie.
On the line anyway, and then they bundle Ryan Hall over.
And you know, to bundle Ryan Hall over the sideline, that takes some strength. That he's one of the most powerful players in Super League on the edge.
Yes, I've just got a little bit of doubt now about Ryan Hall because he looked nervous. He didn't want to jump for that ball.
Michael Lawrence has it for Huddersfield. Here is Danny Brough. Brough puts a short ball away to Brett Ferris. Robinson is waiting. Fires the pass then to Brough. Brough looks for the runners. Jack Hughes did well.
Did he ever? He was fumbling all over the joint.
Cudjoe. Ellis. Hughes. Scott Griggs bounces off Robinson. Gets away from another. Can't get away from Garbutt and Cuthbertson. Robinson again, 15 metres away from the line. Craig Hubie showed it to Brough, took the tackle and goes even further towards that line. Last tackle coming up here for Huddersfield.
Will Brough kick or will he do the dummy?
He gives the ball to Ferris, flinging at the back, it comes to Akumatai, and Leeds somehow keep him out.
Brilliant defence. Unbelievable pressure.
Ken Davey, 20 years the chairman here, described tonight's match in the matchday programme as the biggest night in his 20-year tenure. And I tell you what, the players of both sides are not letting us down.
It's a brilliant game. As all big games when it comes to the end of the season should be.
Well, Leeds' defence, Mike, you're right, has been outstanding. The amount of time here now, we've had almost 15 minutes with Huddersfield pressing hard to get over it, but they haven't really looked like scoring at any point. Even the try that Huddersfield scored in this game was when the ball went to the floor and they just managed to get McGilvery in at the corner. Leeds are a pretty good team and they're doing well here to hang on. Look to strike back here now with Ryan Hall down that left side.
Boy, what a great flick on with the left hand.
Singleton will charge the ball
Wonderful
forward.
run. That's the type of run that brings you back into the game. He knows it too. This is going to be a high kick.
And it is off Maguire, but it's a little bit too deep. It's spinning all over the shot,
Oh, he's made a real meal of this.
though. He's got it in the end, and he's back over the right side of that whitewash.
Boy, he needed to take that on the full, and he knew it. Good tackle in the end there by Stevie Ward. Something that he's done all season. Now then, can the... Oh, he dropped it. It's a knock-on.
They're asking for a penalty.
Was there interference? But no. Well, it was Leeds, the Rhinos. They were tested, but he just lost it.
Do you know, Steve, this is what happens when you get the ball and you trap near your own line. You know your job is to play the ball as quick as you can. You want to get the opposition, make sure that the defensive line isn't set. Unfortunately for Jermaine McGilvray, he makes the mistake in his urgency.
So here's a golden opportunity now for Leeds after all that pressure up the other end. This is Callum Watkins who will get to his feet and play to Burrow. Burrow then to Singleton. It was his run that took Leeds out of their own half into Huddersfield territory. And that's why they are where they are now.
Left-hand side.
Sinfield in centre field finds Maguire. Then it's Watkins. Watkins back, it comes to Maguire. He had to stretch for that. Maguire goes down under the challenge. 3 of the 6 gone. Hardacre waits, gives it to Peacock. Peacock then flat to Garbutt. And Garbutt taking them on, trundling it underneath those posts again. Burrow waits, and Burrow will give it then to Peacock. Peacock spins away from one challenge, finds Sinfield. Sinfield to Ward. Stevie Ward, he got the first try. Into the chest of Hubie, still going Ward. Down he goes. Here comes the last for the Rhinos. It's with Sinfield. It comes back to Maguire. Now Watkins. Watkins then gets the ball away. Wonderful defence from Danny Brough on Brett Delaney.
Delaney couldn't believe it that such a small man like Danny Brough could prevent him from offloading.
It was a weight mismatch.
Well, I was surprised it didn't go for the kick, Eddie.
Eddie, when you trap like this and you're Danny Brough going up against Brett Delaney, you've just got to go up, clamp the ball and wait for some of your teammates to come in.
And that's what they did.
Well, whoever wins this game tonight, both coaches will realise that a lot of fuel has been lost in this particular game. This has been one tough little number.
Kumatai takes it forward to the halfway line almost for Huddersfield, as I'm just hearing that Castleford are down to 12 men at Wigan. Denny Sonamona is in the sin bin.
What a great kick from Brough.
Hardaker picks it up close to his own line. Chase is good as well.
That has been a wonderful highlight. You know, sometimes a lot of people think it's negative, just get the kick and chase. But it's been very polished from both sides.
Ryan Hall, QB, Kumatai and Jack Hughes with the tackle. Into the last quarter of this match. Garbutt, barnstorming run, gets it away to Sinfield. Here is Stevie Ward, and Stevie Ward up the middle. Huddersfield streaming back and getting to ground on tackle number 4.
He did well, Ward. Didn't panic, didn't look for the pass. He knew that field position was ever so important.
Here's Callum Watkins. Watkins then to Hardaker. He goes in and out, and Hardaker! He's
Can't
at
get
the
it
line,
down.
he's at the line, he's held up.
Murphy gets underneath him as well. Plus about 3 others as well. Warranty, I think it is in there. Wardle it is. Oh, that's great stuff.
So, last tackle from the 10-metre line. Sinfield, Maguire, dab to the in-goal area. Singleton's after this. What a race from McGilvray. The top try scorer has saved a certain try.
Immense. It's got to be a dropout. Singleton was hunting.
Well, after 15 minutes, Mike, of absorbing all the pressure near their own line, Leeds looked like they've recovered from that. They looked out on the feet for periods of it, but they somehow have a strength, a deep desire to stay in this competition, to win here tonight and to get back to the Old Trafford Grand Final and win it. And at the moment, they're a little more likely the team to score next in this contest.
And you've got to take, you know, Brian McDermott knew that since they're walking at Wembley, their defence has been awful, but tonight they must have worked really, really hard in the build-up to this, because it's been outstanding, both sides.
Yes, it's tied up here with 18 minutes remaining. You do wonder when Steve-O's going to be calling for the 1-point drop goal, but not yet, because they've got more important things on their mind here, with Watkins now weaving his way towards the line, but halted just inside the 20-metre mark. Burrow to Delaney. Delaney drives it in towards those sticks.
Stand up. Goal line. Wait. Foot.
Burrow is waiting. Back it comes to Maguire. Drops the pass off to Peacock.
3.
Down goes Peacock.
I've got my money on little Rob Burrow.
3. Go.
Burrow here. Sinfield.
Quick play the
goes
ball
down.
if he can get up, but there's
Maguire's dropped back. Maguire has dropped back. Are they looking for a 1-point here? Burrow, no, they're not. They're going with Garbutt towards the line.
This is where the little beep's got to go on his own. Have a go at it.
Now then, back it comes to Sinfield. Sinfield up and over the top. McGilvray claims it. McGilvry's away. What an effort.
Oh, isn't he an excellent
There'll
player?
be a penalty there. McGilvray wanted to play the ball quickly. He was prevented from doing that. Robert Hicks completely ignored it. That should have been another 40-50 metres upfield for the Huddersfield Giants. Great offload.
Cruz Leeming is out there.
3. Come on, Lee. Go, Quayle.
This is where he should have been penalised. He wanted to get on with it.
4. Move. Come on, Joel. Here, mate. Hold. Go. 4.
So Leeming is the dummy half and gives it to Brough. Brough then to Ferris.
Last Callum. Here, Mitch. Keep coming, Jamie.
That's not a bad set of 6 when you've been trapped in the corner. You get up into Leeds' half, you put an attacking kick in, there's a good chase on the right side.
Cudjoe's missed it. The ball has come back this way. Jack Hughes has it. It's still on the last. Cudjoe! Here goes Ellis! Jamie Ellis for Huddersfield! Jamie Ellis has scored under It's a big try to Ellis. Tries in 5 games in a row now. And Ronnie the Rhino's on his knees. He can't believe it. Huddersfield have hit the front. 12 points to 8 they lead. The kick from Danny Brough surely will sail over the crossbar. 14 points to 8 here to the Huddersfield Giants. At Wigan, more drama. A try for Wigan just a few moments ago. Matty Smith gets the ball away to Bowen. And it's Manfredi again. It's a hat-trick for Manfredi at Wigan. Wigan are on the way at the moment to that league leaders' shield.
Eddie, I'm going to put that try down. I know it was a brilliant kick. I know it was excellent work in the build-up. But the catch from Jermaine McGilvray on tackle 1, trap near his own line. He gets the ball, he goes straight into attack mode, doesn't get dominated. And from that play of the ball, Leeds just couldn't control Huddersfield.
Leeming. And yet more drama for the Wigan Warriors. And it's another try for Manfredi. That's 4 for him. Wigan are on the way to the league leaders' shield if it stays like this. Huddersfield win here. Wigan win there. Wigan win it. And here goes Ellis. Ellis again over the top looking for Cudjoe. Oh, the Man of Steel contender to the rescue.
Tremendous play from both sets of players. What a game Jamie Ellis is having. Made the break, kept his cool, realised Hardaker's there. Ryan Hall comes way off his line. He had to take a huge gamble. There were 3 on 1. Look at the winger, he's gone. Hardaker, as he just kept the Rhinos alive. He thought the kick would produce a try that should just finish off the Rhinos.
Are we seeing the Huddersfield Giants coming of age here tonight?
I have a question here now, Mike, with the next 5 players. Do they work for the drop goal that would give them the 7-point advantage?
Yeah, of course they do. But make sure that the forwards take it. They don't have to chase it now. And they've got the experience, especially with Danny Brough out there and Jamie Ellis. This will be another drive, surely, and then get that 1 point over.
Brough lays the pass off once again. The league leaders' shield is in Wigan's hands at the moment.
Oh, they don't need it.
Penalty.
They won't take the 1, they'll take the 2.
Josh Johnson held, interfered with, and they'll take the 2 points surely.
And this is just good work from Josh Johnson. Doesn't get dominated. Again, it's about that quick play of the ball. Again, it's about that winning that tackle, because Jamie Ellis was stood right behind the ruck in good position. I'm sure the message has gone out from Paul Anderson. You get that 1 point if you can. No, we learn ourselves a penalty and we'll take the 2.
Well, this to give them an 8-point lead, Huddersfield. If Wigan win, if Huddersfield win, Wigan are top, Huddersfield are second, Leeds are third, and Saints are fourth. So we'll be back here next week again for this match, for the repeat. No complaints. No complaints.
Well, less than 12
And if you need any little bonus, by the way, next weekend, guess what else we'll have? A Wigan St Helens derby in the semi-final, if it stays like it is right now.
And we'll also have the £1 million game as well, Eddie.
We will. And that'll be either at Wakefield or Bradford, depending what happens this weekend. No, because
oh, that's a great kick-off.
They've dealt with it though somehow.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Now that's been a little bit overconfident.
Now there'll be some desperation now from the Rhinos. Running out of time. Just 11 minutes to go.
And the biggest gap, Terry, we've had all night, 8 points.
Yeah.
And you'll now see
Eddie,
the youngster there, Cruz Leeming. He's certainly fitted well into this outfit, but you'll see Danny Brough, he'll be shouting, he'll be saying, this is what we've got to do. Right down the middle, good, hard, solid stuff. Control the game.
But Steve-O, they can't go into the shell. They're in front now because what they've been doing in this game. They can't go into the shell thinking we're going to take 5 drives and a kick. Do exactly the same what's got you in front.
Here is Brough. Will just drill the ball into the corner. It's inch perfect.
He's got the brains, he's got the ability, and he knows it. You know, the build-up before that ball was being played, Danny Brough was screaming to everybody, saying, I'm the man. That's the type of player he is. He wants to be the star. He has to be the star. That's why he's so good. Look at him.
Heads in. Get set, boys.
You just cannot keep still, this kid.
The Huddersfield crowd are singing. Here is Ryan Hall, meanwhile, for the Rhinos.
They're singing, but they're not stopping the offload there from Tom Briscoe. So often this season, players like that help to spring the lead side forward in attack. Huddersfield aware, though, they've got to move forward and clamp down the next play. Stephen Ward, control him in the ruck. It's ticking them off one at a time.
Sinfield, back he comes again to Hardacre. He gives it then to Watkins.
And
One inside the last 10.
One of the most important things.
Oh, Leeds penalty, this'll help.
I was just about to say that one of the important things that Paul Anderson has got to get out to his players, do not give away a silly penalty. You see Wardle has pulled it out. It's tense time for the coaches.
Yes, a furrowed brow for Brian McDermott. This is Peacock now for the Rhinos. Well, if they score here, it ain't over yet. This is Sinfield and Cuthbertson.
Well, they haven't got much joy down the middle of the Leeds.
Burrow, wide it goes to Maguire. Further wide to Moon, he drops it. Here goes Cudjoe. Leroy Cudjoe. Still going.
Keep hold of it, keep hold of it.
Well, there's about 5-6 missed tackles then.
What an effort. Wonderful play. You know, the combination of Leroy Cudjoe and Jermaine McGilvray has been outstanding in the latter part of this season. And you've got to give a lot of credit also. McGilvray makes it quite clear that without the skill factor of Cudjoe, he wouldn't have all those tries.
Matty Smith drop goal at Wigan. 25-12 there. Let's just get confirmation of that. Yes, 25 points to 12. So the way it stands, Wigan will go into the semi-finals, top of the pile, with the league leaders' shield, with a big check in the pocket of the chairman, and more importantly, in many ways, for next season they'll be in the World Club Series. But Ken Davey, his men are on course at the moment to finish second.
Kick into the in-goal area, and that'll be diffused. I'm not so sure.
The best.
I'm not so sure Danny Brough wanted that. Watkins would take the tap, but look how well they got their defence back. Huddersfield have worked hard in that department. Well, Paul Anderson said earlier that a lot of rugby league fans have not given the Giants the respect they fully deserve.
Another penalty to Leeds.
Oh, well, Huddersfield can't do this now. The gift in field position to Leeds Rhinos. You just look at the team Leeds Rhinos have got so many talented players. They can't give them the ball close to the try line.
Hold good. Move here.
Well, this is the moment where Leeds know, perhaps, they've got to score here to get back into the game.
Maguire's trying to get through them.
Time is against them. And they know that they've got to get those 6 points and then hope to score at least to square it up.
Well, they have to score here, Leeds.
Yeah.
They have to. They might do. They might do. With Briscoe! They will do! Tom Briscoe! No, he's given the try. He's given the try without reference upstairs about anything at all. He has thrown them some lifelines. Has Tom Briscoe.
Well, this was a silly penalty given away by the youngster Cruz Leeming. And it was a lovely little flick pass there by the centre. You'll find it's Watkins. Look at that. That's beautiful. Nothing wrong with that. That's TIY time. Beautiful play there. Boy, Callum Watkins hasn't had much opportunity tonight, but he's allowed Tom Briscoe to come in. Oh boy, this kick. This is a vital conversion. It's probably one of the most important in his entire career.
It's a huge kick. It's Tom Briscoe's first try since his 5 at Wembley. It is a belter from Sinfield. Leeds are still in it, but Wigan have stretched the lead. But the helicopter is on its way to Wigan with the League Leaders Shield, but maybe someone should get on the radio and bring them back, because Leeds might nick this. It's costing a fortune in fuel.
I hope it's got enough petrol. Going from Wigan to Huddersfield to Wigan to Huddersfield, hovering over Manchester.
Well, if Leeds win, it's got to come back.
Doesn't seem very environmentally friendly, this area.
Imagine if the Catalan Dragons were involved in all of this. We'd be on a jet. This is Ryan Hall. Cuthbertson takes the ball forward. Leeds have the sniff of victory. Can Huddersfield hang on? Can this Leeds Rhinos team battle their way back to the League Leaders Shield? Burrow.
Concentration now by the Giants. That is what's needed.
Oh, there's a problem here, and he immediately waves to the sideline for attention. I'm not sure who it is. Stevie Ward,
Is it Stevie Ward, yeah.
Is it Stevie Ward?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the knee caught the impact on the ground. It was a great tackle by Jamie Ellis. Boy, I've got to select the man of the match, and I tell you what, it's one of the most difficult I've ever had to do.
Give it to the pilot.
This looks a very serious right knee injury here for Steve Ward, one of probably Leeds' best players this year, certainly in the top 3 performers. And it's a concern for Brian McDermott here now for this match and the rest of the season.
Yeah, just went in awkward, didn't he? See how the knee buckles underneath.
Jamie Ellis hits him low, doesn't he, to stop the play. He stopped the momentum here. That was a threat that Leeds had, didn't they? Scoring back-to-back tries is generally when they're at the best. They are dangerous on the back of a try, scoring again in the next 6 plays, but this gives Huddersfield a chance to converse, recover, communicate about how they're going to hold out for the next 4 minutes and 48 seconds.
And not surprisingly, Scott Griggs has dropped deep. He's anticipating that maybe the skill and the brand new from the coach Brian McDermott, say maybe the little chip over the top, Maguire, maybe the support play from Rob Burrow. But Griggs is fully aware of it. They're not out of it. They know they've still got a smile on their face. They know there's plenty of time.
They might need the Incredible Hulk out there, mightn't they, before the end of this, Leeds? But this is a major problem for Stevie Ward and for Leeds moving forward.
Yeah, he's been one of the best. He's a future international. He's absolute quality, Stevie Ward. They bring another youngster on, Brad Singleton. Just less than 5 minutes to go. And Huddersfield, well, they've probably got about 3 sets of 6 to defend now. 18 tackles. If they do that, they don't concede any more points, they go on to win this game, and it's been a fabulous occasion for them.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a serious number, doesn't it? For Stevie Ward, let's hope that it's not as bad as what it appears.
But you know, Steve,
he's been a great servant to this club this season.
when a player lies down on his back, holds his head in his hands.
I have to ask, where's the stretcher?
He might not want to go. I've seen that before, Eddie.
That might have been a touch forward to Cuthbertson.
Tell you what, it looked 50-50 at best.
Here's Ablett. He goes down under Wardle's challenge.
And he's done a good job as Wardle on Carl Ablett. He normally gets a few breaks as Ablett. Oh, this is dangerous.
It is, because it's with Maguire.
Oh, I've lost it.
The ball is lost out there by either Maguire's pass or Hall not being able to take it in. It was a risky pass, I suppose. You have to lead with aces in a situation like this.
It's catch-up rugby league, and they did.
So Huddersfield have it back. Now, they shouldn't be in any hurry whatsoever here.
Well, you'd think not. But under pressure, brain explosions sort of just come to the fore.
4 minutes to go. 2 points in it. Huddersfield leading.
Another drive, and then put the kick downfield. Get it over the whitewash.
Good run from Jack Hughes. Oh! And it's back to zero in the tackle count, he says, the referee. So Hughes just holds on to his nerve and hands on to the ball.
Definitely Joe Moon reefed that one-on-one.
Kopjak will take it forward.
Oh, good run,
Great run from him. There's Robinson. This is Hubie.
They'll just stay down here.
Well, that'll be the game plan, but let's see what happens.
They've laid the foundations.
Oh, it's a
Kumatai was close. Robinson, he's gone close. That's a turnover, but they won't mind the Giants.
Yeah, Leeds have to score a 100-metre try.
That's it now, Griggs. He's dropped back again. He realises they've got to be careful.
Do you know, but Eddie, look at the way that they were carrying the ball, Huddersfield. They've got so much energy at the back end of this game.
Ablett.
Don't give away a penalty.
They have done. They have done. Wigan have won their match against Castleford. George Williams with the latest try. So that's sorted. This is anything but for the next 2.5 minutes.
Well, I barely got it out of my mouth that you control it. Do not give away a penalty. 35 metres upfield. This is where the nerves go. Don't go high. He cannot believe it. I think that's a bit of a sarcastic laugh.
Ablett can't get the ball away.
Oh, Griggs is up.
We've got 2 minutes to go, and Singleton takes it forward for the Rhinos. Well, that looks like he dropped that ball cold.
Yep.
Here's Sinfield, it's Cuthbertson. This is Maguire, he keeps it going. Sinfield gets a shove in the back, finds Callum Watkins. Watkins brushes away from a couple, keeps hold of it, dumps it over the top to Hardaker. Hardaker gets away from Robinson, can't get away from those two. We've got 1.5 minutes to go, and if Leeds can score, oh, there's another problem here. There's another problem for Zach Hardaker this time. Zach Hardaker's in all sorts of trouble.
It looks like the knee as well.
Do you know, there could have been a penalty for a shoulder charge there as well, Eddie.
Well, there's an elbow into the back of Hardaker here. Watch the elbow go in.
Number 15, Kopjak.
That's definitely an elbow into the
You're
back.
right, Eddie. Do you know, that is a penalty and a potential draw match here. I think it's a lower leg injury, isn't it? The more times we watch it, will the video referee influence the on-field referee?
Well, that's definitely a shoulder charge by Craig Kopjak, and the injury has given the video referee an opportunity to look at it, so
It's got to be a penalty.
it'll be interesting to see if the message gets down there. I think I've heard him say shoulder charge.
Yeah, this will be a penalty. He may get 10 minutes in the sin.
It's a shoulder charge, it's a penalty.
This would be a big decision. Oh,
He's given a penalty.
It's fortunate.
He's told everybody they've got the penalty.
Well, kick the goal.
Draw's no good to
Yeah.
Leeds for the league leaders.
Yeah, but they can go for the 1 point then, Eddie. I know there's not much left. They'll go for the 2, he knows it.
Gives them a home game though, doesn't it, next week, rather than a journey here again.
Yes, I think it does.
He's not happy. Paul Anderson. Well, they're going to take the 2, but it's not an easy one. You'd think so from the Leeds fans who call this man Sir Kevin.
Well, the draw is no good in terms of league leaders' shield, but as you say, it gives them the
home
opportunity
draw.
of a home match.
Yeah.
Does this knock Huddersfield down to 3rd?
Do you know, it's just incredible that from Craig Kopjak. There's no need to go in like that. All you've got to do is effect the tackle, wrap the ball up. You're going up against Zach Hardaker, one of the best attacking players in the comp. Wrap the ball up. Don't just go into him. Try and knock him with your arms down your side. You only have to lift your arm up, just a touch. Look as though you're going to effect the tackle.
Remember, at the other end, though, it looked like the penalty that never was. Anyway, it looked like he dropped the ball cold, the Leeds man. But this kick here now to produce perhaps the 3rd successive draw between these two on this ground. And Sinfield is just scraped it inside the post.
Oh, it just got there.
I thought he scuffed that.
16 all. This will be the drive, and this will be the 1-pointer.
It
They
wasn't
know
the
it.
greatest kick in Sinfield's career.
No, it looks as though he slipped.
And I've a fair idea that had he missed that, he would have been given the kick again. Robert Hicks has just spoken to Jack Hughes about his actions under the post. He ran across in front of the kicker and dived on the floor.
Been watching rugby union.
Well, it is all down to... Well, it was rather laughable, wasn't it, from Jack Hughes?
Well, they shouldn't have had the penalty at the other end. 30 seconds remaining. Huddersfield need the ball back.
They need to keep Leeds in their own half. And also not give away a penalty. That looked a high shot as well. That was dangerous. That is silly. But Robert Hicks has used common sense. It's a pitter-pat. It's handbagged both sides. Get on with the game. Well done, ref.
Peacock finds Maguire. This is Cuthbertson. We've got 10 seconds remaining. Looks like it's going to be a draw. Looks like it's heading for a draw. Maguire down the line. More. Oh! Ryan Hall! Ryan Hall! Ryan Hall scores for Leeds and wins them the league leaders' shield.
How on earth did they do that? Not the first time. Scott Griggs did not. He's going upstairs. He's not happy with it.
Where's that helicopter?
The league leaders' shield now goes down to video referees Ben Thaler, Peter Brook. They say this year every minute matters. Here tonight, every second mattered. Hall believes he scored this try.
It's all about whether he's onside, Eddie, and he's behind that ball, not a problem. So providing he picks it up cleanly, which I think we've already seen that he does, there's nothing wrong with this try. He's onside.
And why on
It's a
earth?
clean pickup.
Sorry, Stuart, but why on earth did Scott Griggs just hesitate? He would have been far better to just take him out earlier than this. He takes the ball and the Rhinos, amazingly. He hasn't had the best game, but I'll tell you something now, he's the hero.
Steve,
He's gone from zero to hero.
they're incredible. They play with no fear, the Rhinos. That is what you call a top-class finish. Ryan Hall doesn't give up on the play, neither do any of his teammates. And the celebrations have started now.
And in all the mayhem that you're watching here, and all the mayhem no doubt you're feeling at home, as this try is awarded, A, Leeds win the league leaders' shield, B, they pinch this match from Huddersfield's grasp, C, Ryan Hall has just made it 200 tries for the Leeds Rhinos.
And that's why I love this sport, because it provides magic moments like that you'll remember for the rest of your life. Whether the happy ones here for the Leeds fans or sad ones there for Huddersfield and Ken Davies' side. But I guess the Giants, well, they live to fight another week, and boy does this set up next week brilliantly.
Doesn't it just? And by the way, D in that ABC, D, the treble is on.
I thought we'd gone down that cul-de-sac, Eddie. I was thinking about having to turn around.
They
But
will
you're
feel,
right.
the Huddersfield players will feel that they've dropped a pound and they've picked up a penny.
But there's motivation for them next week now, isn't there?
Oh, I wonder what this will do to them.
Well, they don't travel now to Leeds anymore. They're going to go to Wigan, I would suspect here, Eddie. We're going to tally it all up at the very end.
Yes, they will. Leeds will
They're going
stay
to journey
top.
over to the
Wigan
DW
will be
Stadium.
second. It'll be as you were at the start of the weekend.
Yeah, and what about the penalty that was given away? Unnecessary.
Sinfield to try and add the extras just to rub salt in the wound. He hit the bar, it went underneath. Well, I hope someone's on the radio to the pilot and the helicopter, because they're on the way back here. Well, what a way to lose the match. 79th minute, the Sinfield penalty goal. A penalty that was a penalty, but there was a penalty at the other end that should never have been given. And then in the last play of the normal time, Ryan Hall scoots over the line for a try. that wins the game, wins the League Leaders' Shield and keeps the treble dream alive. I can't believe it.
Neither can I, and I can't believe that Scott Griggs just held off. Even if it had just gone, they'd have got the penalty, yes, but it was about 45 metres out from the goal line. Sinfield would have gone for the shot. He may have missed it, and they could have held on to that. But they didn't. It's an amazing game, Rugby League.
This is unbelievable tonight. This has been an unbelievable Friday. It really, really has. This team, well, the other thing you've got to say, of course, is the first win since Wembley. So they've stopped the rot, they've stopped the bleeding.
And
they're top of the table.
And they've sent out a message to the other 3 teams that's going to be playing next week. Look, don't talk about our form after Wembley, talk about our form today. They've played for 80 minutes, the last play of the game, and they score that try.
And both sides fully deserve.
Well, there is the man of the match in association with Prostate Cancer UK, Danny Maguire, and he's talking to Angelo.
Danny Maguire, man of the match. What a game, what a finish, what a way to get the League Leaders trophy.
Yeah, we left it a bit late, didn't we? Big effort tonight. I thought Huddersfield were very good as well. They deserve a lot of credit. They're a very good team, and I thought our boys were really, really tough on the back of 3 very tough weeks. We've questioned ourselves, but the hard work the lads have put in paid dividends. We've worked too hard not to throw it away. You know, we've earned this League Leaders' Shield through a real tough graft in this season now, and looking forward to the semi next week.
You must have been exhausted out on this pitch, but it was the mental toughness that kept you going right to the end.
Yeah, we've got a few battered and bruised bodies. We lost Stevie at the end there. I hope he's okay, but that's what it's like. It's a tough game. It's not easy. You've got to keep going to the end, and you know, thankfully we did that, and a real nice try at the end.
You get to go back to Headingley and play another game for the Jamie, for Lulai, for Kevin Sinfield, another game at home.
Yeah, that's nice. You know, obviously getting a draw would have given us a home tie, so you know, probably a little bit negative, but like I say, we still had 40 seconds to go and managed to win it a little bit, so we're obviously really pleased. Look forward to next week now.
They are a tough team to beat, aren't they, Huddersfield Giants, and it's not easy to beat them here.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're very solid across the park. They've got some great players. You know, Danny Brough and Jamie Ellis, good half-backs and some tough forwards as well, so we're obviously really pleased to come to their home and get the win.
Thank you. We'll talk to Paul Anderson now. Paul, heartbreaking to lose a game like that in the last dying seconds.
Yeah, it is what it is, and we've got to dust ourselves down and crack on with it. I thought the bloke in the middle gave him some good field position towards the last 5 minutes there, but thought he had a shocker. But yeah, he's not the reason why we've lost. But yeah, we'll dust ourselves down, and we're a hard team to beat, and as it's shown there.
There was a controversial penalty at that end given to Leeds, and that gave them field position.
Yeah, it's Waddish. Yeah, if that's the penalty, there's another 100 in the game. So yeah, I think he's had a shocker.
It's not the end of the competition though. You've got a big game next week.
Yeah, exactly. I think we go to Wigan now, don't we, Thursday? So yeah, we'll dust ourselves down tomorrow and crack on with that on Thursday.
Thanks for that, Paul. Brian, you had a tense face for 79 minutes, but you looked delighted at the very, very end.
Yeah, I thought that was a great game, and I didn't think we were particularly poor. I thought Huddersfield were very good. I thought in spells we were very good. I've no problem with winning that game in that fashion whatsoever. You know, you've got to stick in it. And I've just said to Paul Anderson that I think he's doing a fantastic job here, and they're a tough team to play, Huddersfield. They're just a big set, and they're all skillful. And we had our work cut out tonight. So to finish it in the fashion that we've done, every coach will tell you they don't get enough luck, you know. But I think I'm qualifying in saying that we haven't had enough bounce of the ball just in recent games, and we haven't been great either, and we've deserved to lose each game. But to have a finish like that, I'm really pleased for the players. To be top of the league at the end of the season, at the end of what is now the regular season, I'm proud of them. They probably deserve this.
That was worthy of a grand final, that game, but there's a helicopter on its way over from Wigan, where it had been. Now, you know, they were winning that game, it was in their hands.
I don't believe that. I've seen a helicopter parked out of that field over there, and it's 2 helicopters. So, yeah, they did. And again, I go back to some of the experience that you have, where you're in charge of a game and then it gets snatched out your hands as well. So, over the years, you like to think it all evens itself out, but, you know, you feel a little bit of Huddersfield because they're growing each year. They grow and get more of a competitive team each year, and they've got a good chance of doing something special this year and getting to a grand final. So yeah, I'm really pleased we got that. I don't think we played overly well, but in the grand scheme of things, I think we deserve it.
You've got a chance of going to a grand final as well. You've got a chance of 3 trophies this season.
Yeah, something special. I think we're going to have to be a little bit better than what we won in that second half to get those 3, but you know, our league leaders meant a lot to us this year, and personally it meant a lot to me. I've never been anywhere near that as a coach, so pretty proud tonight.
Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you. Cheers.
Absolutely unbelievable again. This game produces it week in, week out. When the chips are down, when the players have to perform, boy, the players do perform. And I can tell you, we've been showing that last try here in the big screen, because not one single Leeds Rhino supporter, Steve-O, has left that end of the ground. They want to see this thing presented, and, well, dearie me, you know, they've waited a long time, but they're going to see it shortly.
Yeah, and fully deserved in many ways, but isn't it ironic? You know, the man that was having a nightmare throughout the game was Ryan Hall. Paul Anderson had the tactics absolutely spot on. They kicked to him, he was under pressure, he'd lost his confidence, and then Maguire, the experience that comes through with this Leeds outfit, they just know, they never give in, and the little chip over from Maguire was absolutely superb.
Well, the League Leaders Shield has finally arrived. Blake Solly is carrying it. Ed Cam from First Utility, the title sponsors of the competition. They are here to present this League Leaders Shield to the captain of the Leeds Rhinos, which of course is Kevin Sinfield. What a way, by the way, for Kevin Sinfield, Jamie Peacock, Kylie Lulawai to bow out and leave their playing careers behind. They're going to play in a semi-final next week, and Nigel Wood is there as well from the Rugby Football League.
And to be fair, it's fully deserved, Eddie. They really have worked hard. Remember, for nearly half the season they've been at the top of the table.
They've been there since June, Steve-O.
And I suppose in many ways justice has been done tonight. But honestly, final seconds, Maguire's kick, we couldn't have had it any closer at all.
Well, there it is, it's coming out of the box. Blake Solly has it. It's been on a few miles of journey tonight, this. Nigel Wood's been here all night. He's now taking centre stage, is Nigel. And the League Leaders Shield is about to be handed over to the Leeds Rhinos. As I say, they've been top of the pile since June. And it could not have been won in more dramatic circumstances than this. They were determined, the Rugby League, to present it tonight. That's why the helicopter was up in the air all evening. There they are. Something Brian McDermott has never won before, and he is absolutely delighted. 2 down and 1 to go.
Yeah, and fully deserved, you know, and he's still in the running, Eddie, to be the coach of the year. We don't know, we won't know that until the Man of Steel on a week on Monday. But what an effort from that fella. He knew he had a bad game, Ryan Hall, throughout. But when it came to the final seconds, he became from zero to hero.
It might have come at a cost, of course, because we don't know yet the extent of Stevie Ward's knee injury. But he's apparently on crutches over on the other side. He's not taking part in these celebrations at all. But there isn't one of these supporters who have left this ground here tonight. We've got to hear from the skipper, haven't we? What a way for this fella to bow out. Kevin is with Angela.
What a way to end a game.
Yeah, spectacular. I thought we played pretty well first half, and then defended a lot of sets. Started that second half, and I think we tend to go. You're probably thinking, you know, it's not looking great for us, but I think it just shows the character in the group. We've had a real tough 3 weeks, and I think we kept the faith. We kept believing that we were still capable, and I think last week Saints doing the job for us against Wigan kept everything alive, and we knew we had to come here and win. So, you know, thankfully at the end, all this try, that stuff that you can only dream of to winning with a couple of seconds on the clock is great. So, special night for everyone.
That's it, 2 trophies now, 1 more to go, and look at them celebrate.
Yeah, it's great. I think our celebration will be very muted tonight, if I'm honest. You know, we've got a real tough game next week against Saints, if I've got that right, and I think everybody deserves a real big effort next week, and you know, maximum we've got 2 games, and you know, hopefully we can be good enough to win next week, and you know, who knows.